What's up, duelists? MD here, and today with me is my good friend Bryce.
Hey, how you doing?
And he's going to be doing us a huge favor by profiling his Burning Abyss deck. So from here on out, just take it away, buddy.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. My name is Bryce. We're profiling the Burning Abyss deck. Start out deck. It's a 40-card deck. We're going to start here. We have 3 Scarm. The Scarm, they're basically the end search, the end phase. You search at the end phase to grab Burning Abyss monster, add it to the hand. I'm sorry, a Fiend monster, add it to the hand. Staple 3 of in the deck. Then we'll have the 2 Seers. He reborns a Burning Abyss back from the graveyard. Another staple again. The 1 Graph, because that's all you can have. He special summons a Burning Abyss from the deck. Again, it's usually 3, 2, 1. That's the way the ban list is. So.
Konami, man.
It's pretty bad, but this deck's been around for 2 years and has been slapped on the wrist a couple times. It's still very viable. This is pure Burning Abyss. There's another version called PK Fire, which is not what this one is, but again, they're still surviving, so those are the main staple Burning Abyss ones there.
Yeah, surviving pretty well, I must say.
Absolutely. Next Burning Abyss, we have 3 Farfar. Again, he banishes any monster on the field for the turn. Usually good for hitting XYZs when they have material. Banish them, they lose their material, they come back at the end phase, no material. It's great. Staple 3 of. Then we have the 1 Libic. He's just a tech card in here. Usually for if you mill him and you have a Burning Abyss that you already used previously this turn, you can special summon it, ignore the effects, which is really great. Then we have here 2 I can never pronounce the name correctly. It's Alich, there you go. It's in German, so it's a different word. But Alich is good for popping the back row, putting it back to the hand.
I probably couldn't pronounce that name either.
Yeah, no, it's a good card to have with the Beatrice combos. Then we have here the Rubik, good for making the synchro. 1 of in the deck. He's really, like I said, the situational card in there. He's the tuner to make Virgil. 1 Barbar, I would run 2 of him, but right now I like him at 1. Possibly would move and I would probably take out an Alich and put in another Barbar. He's the burner of the deck. Normally, the safe zone Burning Abyss used to be over 2,000 because of Nightmare Shark. Now, at 2,900, you're guaranteed to possibly lose because if you have Nightmare Shark and you have him out, you would use the effect Nightmare Shark, ditch him, burn for 900, and attack for 2,000 directly, which would be 2,900, which will be game. So that's basically the safe zone is out of there.
Dang. Got some crazy stuff going on here.
Yeah. Then we have the Calcab, another great staple. I said the effect wrong on this one here. Alich actually negates a effect monster on the field, and this one actually bounces the back row back. So we have 2 of those to clear the field. This is really good with Twin Twister. You use Twin Twister, you pitch this, you can destroy 2 cards on the field, and then this also puts 1 back to the hand, so it's really good. And that's actually it for the Burning Abyss lineup. Good amount of cards here. This, like I said, that's the main core of the Burning Abyss. Now we get into the extra cards here that are not Burning Abyss. So we have the now staples in the Burning Abyss, the Speedroids here. This is a really good combo. You don't want to draw him. You want to run him at 1 of. If you draw these here, this is really good. First turn, you can special summon that, and then you can search him, add him to the hand, and then special summon him. You're not using any of your Burning Abyss, which is good because it's good for the Mills and the Dante. So these 4 have become a major staple into Burning Abyss, which is funny because they've been out for a while, and we just started using them not too terribly long ago. So
hey, with all these cards out here, it just takes time to just learn everything that there is.
Absolutely, and that's why we have all the test playing that we have here. That's how we discover new things. The next best card in the deck, Fiendish Rhino. Run 3 of him. He's great when you mill him, and he also makes it to where a Fiend cannot be destroyed. I actually had a tournament play when I was playing at a tournament over the weekend, not this weekend, a couple weekends ago, where a person summoned Tour Guide and had this on the field. And what this does is it prevents a Fiend monster from being destroyed by battle or by card effects, so you basically have to target him. He summoned his Tour Guide and negated the effect of the Tour Guide, so the Tour Guide was staying on the field. So I instantly just swung into the Tour Guide over and over and over again, which dealt life points to him while keeping the Tour Guide on the field. So it was a good way to win the game for that. But yeah, Fiendish Rhino, definitely a 3 of. As for some of the hand traps here, we have 3 Max C. This is a really big card now with everyone special summoning, so this is really big to have 3 of those. And the absolute one-ofs here, Tour Guide, because it's at 1, and Crane. This card has helped out tremendously in the late game. You actually have this played. You have a graveyard full of Burning Abyss or whatever. You can special summon it defense, or special summon it, it's an effects negated, and you can make a rank 3 just like that. Tour Guide's the special summon from the deck. This is the special summon from the graveyard. I find this really useful. And that's it for the monster lineup. There's a good bit of monsters there. Not too terribly much, but most of it. And now we're on to the magics. Play 1 Soul Charge. Really good for the deck, especially when you have a graveyard full of monsters. When you're trying to set up the field, you can abuse a lot of plays with this. A lot of rank 3s can be made and continually abuse it with it without even having to attack if you just want to clear the board. So Soul Charge is really good.
Amazing.
Yep, 1-up start. It's a 39 card deck instead of 40. Unfortunately, it's at 1 of, but that's
which I
all right.
will never understand why.
Yeah, there's a couple of decks that abused it, I guess. And if you call it abuse, and it stopped it from doing that. 1 Good Evil Burning Abyss, another great card to pitch when you want to have that graveyard control, when you want to know exactly what you want to put in the graveyard. It's good to pitch with Twin Twister and a lot of other things. 1 Allure of Darkness. I don't like running 2 because I don't want to banish everything, because if I use Barbar, I'm already banishing a lot, but Allure is good. We have a good amount of draw power in here. Foolish, 1 of, because you can only have 1 of it, and it's really good. The board clears. Dark Holes and Raigeki. These are like absolutely staples. When I had Cosmos, I ran this in Cosmos. I ran this in Burning Abyss. Mass field wipe and board wipe is always huge, so that's why I run these 3 mandatory. And then the last of them are the 2 Twin Twisters. I have an extra one on the extra deck, or the side deck, but it's not being used at the moment. Someone else is using it. So I have just 2 Twin Twisters here, which are really great. That was a huge plus to the Burning Abyss when they first came out.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
On to the traps. Real simple. Solemn Warning and 1 Solemn Strike. This is supposed to be trapless Burning Abyss, but I run 2 of these.
Right, that's Solemn Brigade.
Yeah, absolutely. These are all around good. I don't like to give up too much life points, but these are really good to have. I just run 2 of them, and if I need to, I have a card in the side deck, which I'll show in a minute, that can easily be switched out to make this trapless Burning Abyss. So that was the main deck, 40 card deck. Hopefully I explained it all right. Like I said,
you did more amazingly than I ever could have with the deck.
Normally I'm pretty quiet when it comes to deck profiles, but explaining it's all right. Now we're on to the extra deck, which is a lot of these are staple Burning Abyss cards. I have 3 Dante, your main staple in the Burning Abyss here. These are the thing that makes the deck go around. Still at 3, 2 years later. Everyone thought it would be hit to 1, maybe 2. It's still running at 3 at full power. And then, of course, the much anticipated Beatrice, run 3 of her. Now, I was really nervous now OCG got these announced a while ago. And I was really nervous because I thought this was going to be a prize card for us. And if it was going to be a prize card like Minerva, the Light Sworn, I'd have been really upset because that would have made this card so much more expensive.
Yeah.
And
oh boy.
I feel bad for Lightsworn players because it's like, well, they got Minerva, but Minerva now is a $1,600 card, and if they want it, they got to pay that. So I was really scared when we didn't get the announcement for it yet, but then Gold Series came out. We got those 3, and that was great. That was really good. So it made it a lot cheaper. So that's...
Yeah, same thing with the Dantes. If you're all wanting to build this deck, if it grabs your attention, just so you know, the Dantes are much cheaper now because of that premium gold.
Absolutely. It's the best. Premium gold has definitely made meta decks go down, which is good for a lot of the average players, which is really neat even for experienced players. Sometimes you need staple cards that are cheaper. I play 1 of the Phantom Knight Breaksword. He's really good. He's basically your Diamond Dyer for Burning Abyss. He can be abused over and over again with Soul Charge, which is really good. The 1 Virgil, again, situational card, don't go into too much. He used to be really big, but not really no more.
I still don't like facing against a Virgil, though.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. A Virgil on the field with a Burning Abyss in hand is never good. Then we have Nightmare Shark. You got to run one of him. This is what pushes for game. If you have a Barbar into this and a Nightmare Shark here, you have to have a way to stop the Nightmare Shark, or you're going to be burned right away for 2,900. So even if you feel safe, if they have enough to, if they have 2 Burning Abyss monsters or whatever to make a rank 3, I've had it in tournaments where somebody will just show me the tour guide, and I'll go, good game. That's honestly it, because I know what they're going to make. And it's funny, because one time I shook the guy's hand and said, all right, fine. And then at the end of the tournament, he goes, what if I told you I didn't have a Nightmare Shark? I was going to be very upset because I didn't ask him to show me the Nightmare Shark. He just showed me tour guide and goes, I'm going to make Nightmare Shark. And I go, okay, that's fine. Good game. And then he came up to me, what if I don't have the Nightmare Shark? I'm like, I was really upset.
Oh,
so
man.
I would have been very upset. He was like, I don't really have one. I was just playing. So, and then we have this one here. This is the Super Quantum. This one, when this came out, this is replaced Alucard. It's a 2,800 defense, which is better than Alucard, and an 1,800 attack, which is the same as Alucard. It pops back row, so this is basically what it replaced that. And plus, it's a rare. Alucard was, well, it's been reprinted like 30 times. Alucard's a little cheaper now. One Acid Golem to beat over big ships for Cosmos. It's just a staple to beat over BLS or anything like that. And then I run 2 F-Zeros. These are for the Cosmo matchup, pretty much strictly against the Dark Destroyer. It doesn't target, and it's really good to have to start swinging for game. So you usually make him when you have more Dantes on the field. And then the last one here would be the 2 Dantes, the fusion material. This is great. I run 2 of them whenever Beatrice leaves the field. She's a problematic card. So whenever she leaves the field, this problematic card comes on the field. It can't be targeted, which is another big plus. And this card is really hard to get over. So it's really beneficial once Beatrice leaves the field by battle or card effect.
Yeah, and to my knowledge, that fusion card didn't see much play until Beatrice came along.
Exactly. It was a dead card, and Beatrice came along, and I knew ahead of time that that card was going to be big, but unfortunately, we didn't have Beatrice yet. When Beatrice came out, it was used right away. So
yeah, from what I heard, the price skyrocketed on that card.
It did for a short time. And then everyone realized, hey, it's being reprinted in gold. So.
Oh, the fusion got reprinted?
Yes, yeah, these are actually the gold ones. Unfortunately, I want the secret rares, but these are gold. Indeed, they're gold.
Wow, I couldn't tell because of the sleeve.
Yeah, it looks like it's secret, but then you look at it again, it's just gold. So, real quick, the last thing here will be the side deck. These are just my preference here. A lot of these cards are being borrowed. I run 2 Ghost Cherries, but I'm actually letting somebody borrow it, so I just have 1 at the moment. This is good for the mirror match. You basically, first turn, they summon 1 monster. And you basically fling this to the graveyard, look in your extra deck, show them a Dante, and then you get to look in their extra deck, and if they have any Dantes, you get to banish all 3 of them.
Oh.
So it's a really, this is what put Burning Abyss against the rope a little bit. It's hate for Burning Abyss is all it is. But I run 2 of them. I run 2 Vandy's Fiend, stops the special summon, self-explanatory. 3 Maxis, stops extra deck shenanigans, XYZs. I run 2 enemy controllers. These are good for when I want to attack over monsters, when I want to get them back to attack mode so my Dantes can do damage. So I run 2 of these, plus the tributing effect is good too. Now, the Royal Decrees, this is the best part. So remember I told you, I run 1 strike and 1 warning. Well, when it comes to wanting to switch out, let's say somebody has a lot of back row hate, I'll take these 2 out and just put the Royal Decrees in, and now at that point I'll be able to stop trap cards from happening. So that's a really good
definitely an overlooked card in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. Whenever someone sides in against you, a lot of the times Iron Wall, Lightning Prison Mirror, a couple other things, they're trap cards. So you put these in here instantly, so as soon as they flip that hate against you, you flip that and go, well, I'm not going to let that happen. So, the next 2 is 2 Lancia. This is good again for Cosmos. Once was good for Ritual Beast, but they're no longer with us, thank God. But yeah, these are really good for Cosmos to not banish for the turn. And then I play 1 Fire Lake. This card is unfortunately going sort of away with Twin Twisters coming out, so Twin Twister requiring a lot less, but Fire Lake in there just in case. But that pretty much sums up the whole deck there. Hopefully I did all right.
Again, you did much better with this deck than I ever could have, good sir.
So, yeah, that's the Burning Abyss deck in a nutshell. There's different variants of it again. There's PK Fire, and this is, again, pure Burning Abyss. But for the most part, that was pretty much the way I built it.
And it has been doing you very well, hasn't it?
For the most part, I haven't had any trouble with it. There's always best thing to do when learning how to play this game is take advice from people who do well in the game. Always, respect players in this game. That's a huge thing. That's always going to get you far when playing any kind of sport or any kind of card game. Is always just having respect for the person you're playing against. So,
absolutely.
Meant to have fun, have a good time, pick up pointers, meet friends. That's the main point of anything in life, really.
Yeah, and trust me, guys. This man knows what he's talking about. Man, he's actually been one of the people who actually helped me learn and grasp the game in the first place. So big thank you for that, good friend.
No problem. Absolutely, anytime. I appreciate you letting me do this on the channel here. So hopefully we'll attract a lot of people to play the deck. And like I said, anytime questions are needed, it's always good to ask. And I appreciate you letting me upload this.
Hey, I appreciate you profiling this for me. So guys, if you like this deck profile, be sure to leave a like, comment any opinions you have on it, or just anything you want to say. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Even though I do mostly pack openings for the moment, I am trying to do more profiles. It's just I gotta get the cards for it. Because it's not like with my other channel, the Pokemon Evolutionaries, where we just have all the cards in the world, so. But don't worry, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, this has been MD, and thank you very much again, Bryce. It was greatly appreciated. Glad to have you here today.
No, not a problem. Thank you.
All right, and all you duelists, take care.